Inventory is down again, but there might be some help around the corner. This week on Market Watch. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Market Watch for the week of December 3rd through the 9th. I'm Jason Zwolak of the Zwolak Group with First Team and Christie's International Real Estate. I hope you all had a fantastic week. For those of you tuning in for the first time, each week I take a look at the Orange County and Irvine housing market as a whole, and then I break the Irvine market up into 3 separate categories. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Hit that little bell so you're notified every time I post. I post new videos every week about what it's like living here in Orange County. This week was more of the same. We saw our inventory drop yet again. If we look at last year's numbers at the end of November and compare them to this year's numbers at the end of November, we have seen a 21% increase in demand year over year and a 30% drop in supply year over year. And there lies the problem. It's simple supply and demand. Our supply is extremely low right now, and our demand is quite high, especially for this time of year. Again, interest rates are driving demand, as every week it seems we're hitting a new historic low with our rates. Now that we're in another shutdown here in Southern California, may end up seeing more and more people wanting to get into the market to give themselves some more space. There have been a couple bright spots over the last couple weeks. We saw the FHA raise the conforming loan limit, which is great for buyers. It gives them a little bit more buying power. And also, Prop 19 is going to pass. This hopefully will open up some inventory that otherwise wouldn't have been on the market. To get some more information on Prop 19, check out this video right here that I did last week. It explains it a little bit more in detail. As I do every week, I'm going to start by looking at the Orange County housing market as a whole. So let's check out the numbers. We currently have 3,118 homes on the market. That is down 5.4% from last week. We have 3,655 homes in escrow. We had 659 homes sell last week. The average days on market was 24 days. The average list price was just under $957,000. The average sale price was just over $946,000, which gives us a list to sold average of 98.9% and an average price per square foot of $492. Our inventory dropped another 5.4% this week. We are getting very close to that 3,000 mark. Homes are still selling. We had almost the same number of homes sell this week as we did last week in Orange County. Our days on market is at 24 days. So the homes that are selling extremely fast. We are in a hot seller's market right now, and our list to sold average is hovering around that 99 percentile. So the homes that are selling quick, and they're selling close to list price. Sellers are getting top dollar for their homes right now. Now that we've looked at Orange County, let's check out Irvine and see what similarities and differences there are. Let's check it out. In Irvine, we currently have 430 homes on the market. That's actually only down 4 from last week, where we had 434. We have 382 homes in escrow. We had 69 homes sell this week compared to 63 last week. The average days on market for the homes that sold was 40 days. The average list price was just over $1,075,000. The average sale price was just over $1,051,000, which gives us a list to sold average of 97.8% and an average price per square foot of $505. So Irvine was a little bit different when you compare it to Orange County. If we look at last week's numbers, inventory was down 10.4% from the week before. This week, it dropped very slightly. Our inventory only dropped by 4 homes this week. The number of homes in escrow, relatively the same. We saw a slight increase in the number of homes sold. The days on market is sitting at 40 days. Anything under 60 is a hot seller's market. So it's still really hot right now in Irvine, and our list of sold average is hovering around that 98 percentile. The homes that are selling are moving quickly, they're getting top dollar, but again, it's all about alignment. If you're priced right, you're marketed right, and you're in great condition, your home's going to move, especially in this market. Now that we've looked at Orange County and Irvine, we're going to break Irvine up into 3 separate categories. Our first category is the first-time home buyer category. This is anything listed under $750,000. Let's check it out. In this category, we currently have 87 homes on the market. That's down from 91 last week. We have 116 homes in escrow. We had 22 homes sell last week with an average days on market of 28 days. And the average price per square foot was $507. As I mentioned every week, this price point has the largest buyer pool. More buyers can afford these homes, so you end up with a larger buyer pool. So typically, we see these homes move really quick because there's just not as many homes in this price point, and you have a lot of buyers that can afford these homes. For the past several weeks, we've seen a steady decline in the number of homes in this price point that are on the market. At the same time, our days on market right now is at 28 days for the homes that are selling. Again, they are in escrow almost as fast as they're hitting the market. Our next category is the step up category. This is anything listed between $750,000 and $1.25 million. Let's check it out. In this category, we have 173 homes on the market. That's actually up from 168 last week. We have 165 homes in escrow. We had 31 homes sell last week with an average days on market of 37 days and an average price per square foot of $486. I've talked about it before where you have to really look at these markets within a market. We look at our step up category within Irvine and we actually saw an increase in inventory. Albeit it only increased by 5 homes, but it is an increase. When we look at Orange County, Irvine, our first-time homebuyer market, each of those cases, our inventory dropped. So you really have to look at the markets within the market when you're looking to either sell or buy a home. The final category we're going to look at is our luxury category. This is anything listed over $1.25 million. Let's check out the numbers. In this category, we have 171 homes currently on the market. That's down from 176 last week. We have 101 homes in escrow. We had 16 homes sell over the course of the last week. That's up from 10 last week. The average days on market was 60 compared to 81 last week. And the average price per square foot was $540. The luxury category was a little bit more in line of what we saw across the board in Orange County and Irvine. We saw a slight decrease in our inventory. We saw an increase in the number of sales. Our days on market is a little bit higher in this category, sitting at 60 days for the homes that sold. That is very common because the buyer pool, unlike the first-time home buyer category, actually shrinks as the price gets higher, simply because there's less people that can afford the homes at the higher price points, especially when we get into the super luxury, which is anything over $4 million. All in all, it's still a red hot seller's market. If you're thinking of selling, now is the time. Even though we're entering the holiday season, buyers are still out there looking. Because of the stay-at-home orders, people aren't traveling as much, so they're not putting their home buying on hold right now. They still want to take advantage of these great rates. Remember, even with COVID-19, there's a lot of safe ways to show properties. There's a lot of protocols that we put into place to make sure that the sellers, buyers, and agents are all safe. Also, if you are thinking of selling, remember the importance of alignment. I talk about it every week, but it's so important. Make sure you're priced right, make sure you're marketed right, and make sure your home's in great condition. If you hit those 3 points of alignment, you will be successful in this market. Even though the market's really hot right now, 34% of all of the listings currently on the market in Orange County have been on the market over 60 days. And a lot of that can go back to alignment. They may be overpriced, they may not be marketed right, and they may not be in great condition. There may be some deferred maintenance. So make sure you take care of those 3. For my buyers out there, stay the course. I know it's frustrating, but you need to stay the course. Make sure you don't overpay. Come in aggressive, have a great strategy, and you can be successful in today's market. If you like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell so you're notified every time I post. If you're thinking of buying or selling or have any questions, comment here or give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Just get in touch with us. We're here to help you in any way that we can and make the process of buying and selling homes as simple and stress-free as possible for you. I hope you all have a great weekend. Stay safe. Don't forget to support your local small businesses, and I'll see you next week. Take care, everybody.